Hi, today we are going to talk about famine and poverty around the world.
We are going to divide the presentation into two parts. So first we're going to talk about famine, and after that we're going to talk about poverty. Okay, so let's start with the first topic, famine. Famine is one of the biggest problems in the world. And famine appears when a person does not have the necessary food he needs to sustain a healthy life. Yet, 852 million people suffer from chronic hunger, but the world produces enough food to provide every man, woman, and child. So, why does hunger persist? Well, often food does just not reach those who need it most.
So, these causes of famine is poverty, conflict, and natural disasters. Poverty. 1.2 billion people survive on less than $1 per day. For this reason, the poor don't have enough money to buy sufficient food for themselves and their families. Conflict. For displaced millions of people from their homes. Soldiers destroy food, local markets, and wealth. Natural disasters. They can drive people from their homes, destroy resources and markets. This makes it more difficult to get access to food. Natural disasters are affecting more and more people.
As we know, food is energy, and the hungry people do not have enough energy to lead an active and normal life. They are often too weak to fight off this disease or to work. If people suffer from hunger, they can die of illnesses. Another significant cause of disabilities and premature death is malnutrition. Malnutrition is a lack of proper nutrition, so it's not the same as a lack of food. If people suffer from malnutrition, even if they get enough to eat, the food they eat doesn't provide enough vitamins, energy, minerals, and every individual needs for a healthy life. The causes of hunger and famine, as you have seen, are related to poverty. And in fact, poverty is one of the major causes of famine itself. So, poverty.
Poverty is the lack of basic necessities that anyone must have food and water, education, medical care. Poverty is the most spending in developing. 4.4 billion people live. 1/3 have no access to clean water, 1/4 don't have adequate housing, and 1/5 haven't got access to modern health services.
In 1997, the 5 richest people had 74 times the income of the 5 poorest people. And, well, when we think about poverty and famine, we think about the third world. And of course, the third world is the place where these problems are most expanded. Here you can see the percentage of people living below the poverty line. See on the top, South Asia with 43.1%, which is a lot.
It's a lot.
And also in Europe and Central Asia, which we know as rich countries, there are 3.5% of poverty. Well, as I said, the third world is a place where these problems are most expanded.
Some causes of third world poverty are trade, work and globalization, debt, and food and nutrition.
Trade. People from the third world live in poverty because of unfair trade agreements. Because of lack of technology and investment, and rapidly changing prices for their goods. Well, work and globalization. Better communications and transports have led to a globalized economy. So, people from the third world haven't got this transports, and well, they don't have the chance to have the communications we have. And well, some companies try to look for low-cost countries to invest in. So this means that even if people from the third world have a job, they are very low paid.
Debt. Third world countries are in debt. This means that it can spend on basic services like health, education, transport, or communication. Food and education. Malnutrition causes health problems and can also affect education. Without education, it is difficult to escape from poverty. But apart from that, maybe we could say that poverty is even worse in developing countries because there we have the direct contrast, very rich people living with very poor people.
Okay, now we'd like to show you some pictures that show the direct contrast between people living in developed countries and people living in developing countries, also the sentence. And well, you can see. Go to the next piece. And here, well, the problem of famine. You see, people from North America spend about a lot on fast food, and here, the houses. Okay, now to end up the presentation, we wanted to show you some hard facts from our world. Here you can see one of the biggest problems, the water. The people from water-stressed countries need 10 liters of water a day, and what we spend on a 5-minute long shower are 100 liters, or in 1 year at the manufacturing of a car, 120,000. So the differences are really big.
Shocking.
Yeah. Well, and experts say that we could halve poverty until 2015, but that we would need $150 billion to do this. Okay, this seems a lot, but we should not forget that in the year 2004, the annual spending on military services was $1 trillion.
You lost with one of the figures.
Okay, so another facts like people suffering from chronic hunger, 852 million. And
852 million people. Wow. That's incredible.
50% of children are living in poverty, so the half of the children in the world. $100 billion are spent by people living in the USA on fast food, only on fast food and kitchen. Well, on makeup, $18 billion. Well, between 30,000 and 50,000 people die each day linked to extreme poverty. And, well, other effects, like 200 million children under 5 years are underweight. This is also very big. And one child dies every 5 seconds from hunger and related causes. Okay, and finally, a big problem also is the virus from AIDS, or also called HIV positive. And 40.3 million people are infected with this virus. And each day about 8,400 people die because of this. And we could say that 6 young people under the age of 25 become infected with the AIDS virus every minute.
That's mostly in Africa, isn't it?
Mostly in Africa.
Incredible. And that's all? Okay, thank you very much.